Yep.
Yes. Stand by.
What is up, guys? Steve here with Scotch and Things, and today I just want to make a quick video about indoor Gssf. If you don't know what that is, it's the Glock Sport Shooting Foundation. Many of you know about the outdoor one, but a lot of guys I don't think realize that they also do at certain ranges. Not all of them. You have to check to see if one's around you, but I feel like there's quite a bit of them. During the wintertime, they do indoor matches, and from what I can tell, there's 3 of them, usually January, February, and March. This year, our January one got pushed back to April because of weather, so I'm hoping, that's why I'm making this video now, I'm hoping I can shoot that April one, but I might be out of town for it, so that makeup match. I did it last year, and I did it this year again, and my times... they don't time you. It's different than outside. Outside is timed, or inside is just basic. It's just based on accuracy. So last year I only shot 2 guns. I shot my 19 and my 34. This year I shot. I didn't really realize it last year going into it. These are all clear, by the way. My 43. So they basically have, compared to outside where there's multiple classes, inside they have stock, unlimited, and pocket pistol. So the pocket pistol is the 42 and the 43. I think the 43X and the 48 might fall into that. I'm not sure yet though. So this year I shot the pocket pistol category, and for stock I used my 19X. I love that gun. I just really do. And then for unlimited or competition, I used my Gen 4 34, and I absolutely love this gun also. So those are my 3 guns I used. I'll post some video, some little clips up of the match itself, and also pictures of my scores. But I just kind of wanted to touch on it real quick, and definitely say that you guys should definitely look into doing it. I know these are weapons, these are tools. We use them for self-defense. That's what I train for mostly. So doing competition is something that's totally different to me, and I find it's really a lot of fun. It's just something different to do with your gun, other than just always training for self-defense. So it's just a different outlet, and I think there's 2 mindsets with handguns. There's self-defense and guys that are strictly self-defense all the time and train, which I think is great. But I think, and that's kind of how I was until last year when I got into shooting Gssf. And there's different IDPA and other, Steel Challenge. There's something out there for everybody, and I just shoot Gssf because I was new to competition shooting. I have mostly Glocks, so it's something that I got into, and I really enjoy it. And this year, a friend of mine has gotten into it, and he's having a blast. So my scores are definitely improving over last year, big time. So in my February match, in my competition class with the 34, I actually got 4th place in February, which I thought was awesome. And I was really proud of myself. Yesterday, I came in 14th, so I dropped 10 places. And after looking at both of my scores from yesterday compared to February, it was basically by 3 shots. I had 3 shots that scored in the 5-point range, where if I would have put those in the 10 ring, I would have been in, if I did the math right, 4th or 5th place again. So kind of bummed out, but it gives you something to kind of work towards. And like I said, compared to last year, my scores are significantly better. I was in the bottom half of everything last year, which was surprising because I did fairly good in my. I didn't shoot any of the outdoor matches last year because of work, but the year previous to that, I shot both outdoor matches that were close to me, and I had done pretty good for my first time ever shooting competition. I was pretty happy with that, and I think what shooting competition does, it gives you kind of a goal. Like when we're thinking about, I know you can watch whoever you want to watch, but they talk about bullseye shooting compared to combat shooting, and they are different things. And guys talk about it. Well, if you're shooting for competition, you're going to get yourself killed. I'm no expert. All I know is I do both of them, and I enjoy both of them. This is just a different outlet that lets me go out and shoot my guns. It's kind of like a camaraderie thing too. You hang out while you're shooting, you get to know other shooters who you don't know. And like I said, over the last couple of years, this is a pretty small range I go to, and that hosts it, and they do a great job. And there's a core group of guys there that you get to know. You're hanging around, drinking coffee, compared to the outdoor matches, which are huge, and there's so many people. Yeah, you can talk to people, but it's kind of hard because there's so many people milling about. So at the indoor matches, they can only shoot however big the range is, so many guys at a time. So a lot of guys are out waiting for their string to go. So you just kind of sit around and BS and get to know each other and talk about guns, which is fun anytime. So like I said, this year shooting the 43 was new to me. My scores were definitely, it was funny, I did better in February than I shot yesterday with this, which is I shot better in February all around, except for my stock. I shot stock better yesterday than I did in February. So I'm really hoping I can finish it out and get this April meet in, but I might, like I said, I might be out of town for work. It just depends on how work's going. I just want to make a quick video, and if it's something you've done, post a comment. What do you like? What do you shoot? Like I said, outdoor, there's a lot more categories you can shoot. So I might kind of venture into that this summer too. There's a summer, like a spring and a fall meet that's close to me, so hopefully I'll get to do those this year. But any kind of, I want to start getting into some more competitions like Steel Challenge. I might do IDPA. And basically, it just gives me another excuse to go out and shoot. I shoot quite a bit, but like I said, it's more defense training, so I shoot, usually 12 yards and in, where this is pushing it out to where we were shooting 25 yards, which I usually don't do with a pistol. So that's completely different. So that's a challenge that's different. But I enjoyed it, and my buddy who's just getting into, he's shot, but he's never shot regularly, so he's really enjoying it. Like I said, you look at the scores, and like he's come in pretty close to the bottom the last 2 months, but it doesn't matter because he's having a good time, and he's getting better, and he's seeing stuff that he can work on. When you're combat shooting, I feel like as long as you're hitting center mass, you're happy. Or competition, you are working for that those really tight groups, because it's based on you're scored, and it's kind of fun to put yourself up and see how you stack up against other shooters. And there's some really good shooters out there, but they're not cocky about it, which is kind of nice. You're in competition with each other, but you're shooting for yourself in your own times. Trying to beat them, but at the end there's no, as what I've seen and what I've come across, there's no bad attitudes or I'm better than you. It's everybody is real helpful and encouraging. So I think it's definitely something, if you haven't done it and you enjoy shooting, like I said, it doesn't have to be Gssf. There's a category or a competition out there for everybody. I'd like to maybe try and get into 3-gun sometime. I think that would be fun. It's just experiencing new things with firearms. So let me know what you guys think. Are you into competition shooting? Do you only train for self-defense? What's your thought? compared to the people who talk about you can only do one or the other. If you train for competition, you know you can get yourself hurt in a self-defense situation. What I did notice in the stock class, I might get myself a 17, which I surprisingly don't have yet, just because it is a little bit longer barrel. That's what it seems like a lot of guys doing that, but I just really enjoy shooting this gun, so I might stick with just shooting the 19X. I'm pretty good with it, so happy with all these guns, and I'm waiting to see what summer brings. So like I said, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your competition experiences. If you've shot other competitions like IDPA and whatever the other ones are, how are they? Are they as welcoming, and is it easy to talk to people, or are they welcoming and not looking down on new shooters as Gssf is? I feel like this is a great entry-level competition for people to get into. So let me know what you guys think. I just want to make a quick video. I'll post my score sheets in the video too, so you can see those, both February and March, and let you take a look at those. So, all right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.
Shooters ready. Stand by. All right, reload. Roll up to the next yellow line, 7 yards. All right, 10 shots, 15 seconds. Shooters ready. Stand by. All right.